Oh, the crowds here at Kyalami's Motorsport Festival have been entertained in a big way today. And one more big way to do it is with V8 supercars as they make their way out into the track, and a welcome return to the Extreme Festival for the AMC V8 supercars. There's some big names that are involved in this category, and a couple of them have now started to pass on the mantle to some youngsters at the front end. But it's the usual contenders that really have become the cream of the crop here in terms of V8 supercars. Mackie Adlam going at it there with Terry Wolford as they head down into Crowthorne Corner. This is Benjamin Morganroot on their tail, not Ben. That's his youngster looking for an opportunity to get up there and be in the mix right from the word go. He is pushed hard there by the Vata Batteries Jaguar, and you can see the Italian stallion Franco Matteo is already looking to close in on both the Falcon and the Mustang and the Jaguar out front. So you've literally got a Falcon out front there leading the two Jaguars and the Mustang behind. Rolf Du Plessis getting a little bit out of shape. The only Chevy-powered car out there at this stage is the Holden of Du Plessis, and on his tail is his teammate Isak Spies. Heading through there for the first time. Keep an eye out also on Roy Campos in the Campos transport machine. He's the all-blue car just in the background of that shot. Rolf Du Plessis diving on the inside of Benjamin Morganroot and squeezing him out as they go through Clubhouse. Great to see that there's no more white line rule now in this category. It's every man for himself, and when you want to make the pass, you've got to go for it. Benjamin Morganroot looking to come straight back at his Ranfantine stablemate there as they head to the top of the hill. The Holden hanging on for now. As he comes up onto the braking, you can see the top three getting through there, going defensive to keep Benjamin out. But Benjamin just kind of squeezing, looking for an opportunity that might have opened up there. Fortunately, the door wasn't quite as wide as what he expected. And that big Mustang is not an easy car to get through. You've got to make a massive bit of space to ensure you can make the pass. Mackie Adlam closing down on Terry Wolford, the Fuchs car out front looking pretty tasty. And then we've got brand new sponsor there for Mackie Adlam. Good to have Shell lubricants on that car. So it's literally lubricant effort at the front end as Fuchs takes on Shell. And in third place, the Vata Batteries Black Cat starting to close things down. Coming out of the final turn and across the line, a complete lap number one. Terry Wolford is high flying, but Rolf Du Plessis got a problem. Oh, that is such a pity there for Du Plessis as he comes into pit lane, not even completing the first lap. And unfortunately, the Holden has given up the ghost. So it'll literally be the Ford-powered machines to fight it out now as they come across into the big Yuxkay sweep. And awesome to see Mackie Adlam applying massive pressure to Terry Wolford at the front end. Wolford soaking it up for now, but he runs wide. Oh, that's going to give Adlam a chance. Yes, Mackie Adlam diving through as Terry Wolford just ran it ever so slightly wide, coming out of Yuxkay and up onto the top through Barbecue. He was able to make it stick onto the back straight. No grip whatsoever there for Wolford as he put the wheels on the dirt, and Adlam hits the front. So it's Mackie Adlam from Terry Wolford now. Wolford trying to come back at him almost instantaneously. This is going to be a little bit of a battle to watch out for because the two of them have pulled a big gap now over Franco Matteo. So Matteo hanging on for third place, but he is under threat from Benjamin Morganroot. And the tyres are starting to slip and slide. They look at how Mackie Adlam is pushing that car to its limit and beyond. Up onto the breakers and hard on those brakes. You can see Terry Wolford trying to close that gap. He's not been able to do anything about Mackie Adlam as this stage he runs slightly wide. A little bit further back there. Prior Instrumentation Corvette, another Chev-powered machine fighting with Campos. And right behind them is the big boss of AMC. And of course, a big thanks to Romano Sartori for all the effort put in by AMC to ensure that the V8s are now part of the Extreme Festival. Coming through the triple left-hander and down the mine shaft. The Corvette hanging on. The flag is on standby, and Mackie Adlam has done it all right. The Adlam Auto and Shell Lubricants Jaguar are going to be taking this first victory. An awesome effort there from him. Benjamin Morganroot squeezed through in the closing stages to get up to second place. Terry Wolford with an ailing car will have to do some work and hopefully get it sorted out for the second heat. He finishes in third, ahead of Dimato, Spies, Kampon, Ian Young and Roy Campos. So a little bit of work to be done on the Wolford machine, and it looks like Larry Wolford might be stepping into that car for the second heat of racing. Roy Campos has definitely got some work to do, and look at him already starting to push right from the word go, trying to squeeze in between the middle of those cars. He goes for the move as he heads into turn number one, and Crowthorne Corner is going to get busy. Dimato a little bit further back. Remember, it's a reverse grid here for the second heat. He's going to make some maneuvers as he goes on the inside. He'll be looking to dive on the inside. Firstly off Ian Young. Good welcome return there for Ian Young. Hasn't been in a V8 supercar for a long time. It's great to have him back in this big pack, but you can see a couple of cars unfortunately not making it out here, and one specifically, of course, to watch out for is the man who has made it back, and that's Rolf Du Plessis. Du Plessis up to third place already. As he comes up onto the back straight, his teammate leads things out. It's Isak Spies, the two oval track boys having a bit of a fun and games. But look at where Adlam is already. From the back of the pack into turn 5, he's already at the front and leading. Great bit of driving there, and opportunistic driving to ensure that he gets to the front early on and hopefully gets away at the front end. Across the line, Adlam just hanging on there, but Rolf du Plessis diving on the inside of his teammate, just squeezing him out going into clubhouse. Very close between the two of them. The two Oval boys now going to try and keep out Benjamin Morgenroot. Then it's Roy Campos. Then you've got Steve Herbst in that prior instrumentation Corvette. And look at Frank and Mateo hounding him from the back end in the big black cat. Looking for a way around on the outside. A little bit of smoke out of the Corvette. That's a bit of a concern. Now onto the braking point. Just behind there you can see Larry Wolford. Larry Wolford, of course, in the green and black Jaguar. So I wonder if Terry's been able to get back on track. I don't think he was able to. He unfortunately didn't get out onto the circuit, and that Fuchs Lubricants Falcon having some issues. In the background you see Romano Sartori coming through there. He's the big boss man of AMC, the main sponsor of the V8 Supercars. Alloy Magnetic Cores in Germiston. And well, we're not in Germiston at the moment, we're into Crocodiles, and Larry Wolford around the outside of his good friend there, Stevie Herbst. Has he been able to make it stick? Yes, he has. Herbst, I think, has got a problem. And little Chevy might be having some issues here in the closing stages. He's trying to get that Corvette to the line and hopefully be able to finish up this race. Roy Campos is under big pressure. Here we go. Portugal versus Italy. Who's going to have what it takes? Di Matteo dives on the inside. Is it going to be Di Matteo or is it going to be Campos? They are side by side across the line, and Di Matteo just seems to have a little bit more of an edge. You can see in the background as they head down into Crowthorne Corner. He's got through. And then look out for the hard charge coming from Romano Sartori as he closes in on Ian Young. These guys are starting to close things up. Look at the massive flame out of the side there of Campos's car. This is such a good, awesome sight to see. Benjamin Morgenroot closing in on Mackie Adlam, though. This is a concern here, I think, for Adlam. Adlam realizes that the youngster could possibly beat him to the line. He's going to have to go very defensive and ensure that he doesn't get through. As they're coming into the closing stages here, Benjamin Morgenroot diving, looking for opportunities, but there's not one just yet. He's going to have to look very, very late in the lap to see if he can dive through and find a way past. Heading into the S's now. Late braking there from Morgenroot closes him once again up to the back end of the Adlam Auto Machine. That Jaguar runs wide. Oh, and it looks like he might have a slight problem. Yes, look at that front left-hand side. There's a puncture there on Adlam's car. So that's allowed Morgenroot to come through. The front left-hand side, we just saw through the S's there with a bit of a puncture, and that is going to be a little bit of a concern there for Mackie Adlam. I wonder if Di Matteo's realised that. There's Larry Wolford a bit further back there. He's in with a shot of possibly even getting up into the top three if something goes wrong at the front end. Isak Spies and Rolf du Plessis still hanging in there. And now coming under braking. Let's see what this affects the car. Look at how he's having to run wide. And there goes Di Matteo. Benjamin Morgenroot has slowed up. He thinks it's the end of the race. Morgenroot has come across one lap earlier and the checkered flag was not out. He thought it was a lap earlier, and now comes Di Matteo. He's going to race him to the line. Benjamin Morgenroot very lucky to survive that one. It could have been a costly effort there. And there you can see coming across the line. Is it going to be Adlam? No, it's not. Larry Wolford just pips him. Can you believe that action in the AMC SATCARS V8 Supercars? Morgenroot nearly throws it away. Di Matteo comes through for second place, and Larry Wolford just pipping Mackie Adlam to the line. Let's catch up with Benjamin Morgenroot.
Well, me and Mackie started at the back, inverted grid, and we got through the pack really nice at the start of the race. I think we were two cars from the start, from the first place, and I think Mackie might have brake problems because he started slowing down, and I passed him and just worked hard and got to the end and finished the race.
We hope you've enjoyed all the Extreme Supercar, single-seater and V8 action. The next round of the Extreme Festival takes place down in Cape Town. We'll see you there. Awesome job, and thanks very much to G&H Transport, Investchem and AMC.